it was kind of fantastic getting to be surrounded with my fantastic disciple castmates as the full group dynamic, as the 12, and see everybody bring their A game, all of us be stuck in a giant room together for a solid week and then some, one last time.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cheryl Crisp from Movie Guide, and this is Coffee and Conversation with The Chosen. The table is set for The Chosen Last Supper Season 5. Luke, you portrayed Judas. How did you prepare for this intense role and just show all of Judas's emotions and feelings that he was going through?
I just tried to play it as honestly as I could, given the situation and the scripts. Uh, what was he thinking? I think he was thinking too much. I think he's a bit of an overthinker. Something that I know I can, and I hope a lot of our audience relates to. And when you're in a very stressful, concerning situation, and you know how badly things can go wrong, you start to overcompensate on your aspect, and accidentally make the situation perceivably worse. Though I guess technically we got everlasting life out of it, so it wasn't all bad. Just
Yeah.
mostly for him.
So, talk about filming The Last Supper with Jonathan Rumi.
Yes, the Last Supper was very, very weirdly enough, it was very personal and it was fun. I think everyone brought their A game. I think I there was a moment we were filming a scene where I thought I was like, okay, I have to really lock in here and give it my all. And before I know it, I just turn to my left and there's Abe Buenajaled who plays Big James, and he is just fully in it, and his eyes are welling, and his voice is fully there. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to follow that. I am not even remotely prepared. Uh, so it was kind of fantastic getting to be surrounded with my fantastic disciple castmates one last time as the full group dynamic, as the 12, and see everybody bring their A game, all of us be stuck in a giant room together for a solid week and then some, one last time. Seeing my brothers perform to their fullest and seeing them accept my performance as well. There was a good moment where I thought I wasn't doing enough, but both Jonathan, Dallas were very reassuring, and then even my castmates, they had to actually take some moments away. I think I looked at Paris for too long, and he said, "You can't look at me like that, dude. I'm gonna cry in the middle of our scene." And I was like, "Got it, got it. I'm gonna stare at the matzah. I'm gonna stare at the bread and just gonna nothing
Wow.
else. Nothing else exists."
How has playing Judas changed you, challenged you, or encouraged you to grow professionally and maybe even personally?
Oh man, well, it surrounded me with a bunch of really well fit dudes. So it gave me a bit of a inferiority complex, which luckily I was surrounded by those dudes. So they just all started giving me the like varying different dietary and workout advice. So I became a bit of a gym rat, tiny bit. So we're working on that. But it's given me a wonderful perspective on working as an actor and as a career. I think it just what a lot of people take for granted about what it means to be an actor. Sometimes they think it's a one and done thing. You are part of a project and then you've made it, and the auditions come, and then you're Emma Stone and you're rocking and chilling. You're Spider-Man. You're in Spider-Man movies and everything's wonderful. But that's not how it goes. Uh, there was a part of me that was a bit frustrated with that for some time. But I think with this fifth season coming in and being surrounded by such wonderful, experienced performers as my castmates from across the board, I've learned this new appreciation for what it means to be a performer and to be a part of something so fundamentally supportive uh, early in my career, to just appreciate it while I've got it, and to later on appreciate myself and realize that the career has just started, and that patience is a virtue, and nothing really makes you. You make you. And so I don't know what the future holds, but every performance counts. So I'm really glad that this one's being appreciated by so many people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I hope so. Who knows? They could hate it. I'm just
Yeah.
assuming at this point.
No, so far we've loved it. We've loved it. And I heard that you enjoy comedy and improv. And I heard that there are some jokes between you guys, and one of them might even be about a coffee mug. Can you tell us about that?
I think I know what you're talking about. So this is funny enough, very, very earlier on. There is this picture of Jonathan Rumi drinking out of a coffee mug, and he's like very, very smoldering, very, very Jonathan. And I saw that and I was like, you know what we should do? We should take that picture of him drinking from that mug, take a picture of me drinking from that mug with him on it, and I'm gonna gift it to him as a season wrap gift. So I think that was season three or season four. I can't remember. They're all kind of melding together, which is concerning. But I basically gave that as a gift for him. So he took a picture of him drinking from a mug with me on the mug drinking from a mug with him drinking from a mug. So that is a piece of porcelain that is out there, and he proceeded to take that picture and put it on a mug. Uh, I need to get my hands on that mug, and I need to continue on the joke because I think we're. I mean, we've got so many jokesters in the cast. George comes from a sketch and comedy background as well. Back in Australia, he was part of a very famous group, and he was part of a very famous meme of the slap part two online. Jonathan himself, he started his career in voiceover and doing voices, so he loves impressions and various things. George and I definitely get into impression offs. Sometimes Jordan is a constant prankster. Noah is himself just a very fun and funny presence to be around. Joey has a very dry wit. So like collectively, we're all kind of jokesters, and we like to offset the more dramatic moments on screen with some off-screen antics.
Yeah, absolutely. You are only 28 years old. Do you ever wake up and go,
Only
I only, that's so young. Do you ever wake up and go, oh my gosh, I am playing Judas in The Chosen? And how do you balance like those, the blessing and the privilege of that, and maybe even the weight of it?
I just remind myself that Bo Burnham was an international superstar comedian by the age of 19, and that quickly humbles me. Uh,
Gosh.
I just remember the fact that Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland are both exactly my body types and style of actors, and uh, one of them who just got nominated for the Oscar, and the other one is Spider-Man. So that humbles me real quick. I just remind myself of all the things that I'm not, and that gives me a wonderful perspective of just like, oh, that's right, I'm here. I'm just here to work and uh, not to get too big for my britches. Not that I can get any bigger. I am very small.
You know, what I love about The Chosen is for me and millions of other people, it really brought the Bible to life and all of the characters, Jesus and the biblical characters. Um, the goal of The Chosen is to get it to 1 billion people around the world and translate it into 600 languages and get it to people in prisons and remote villages and orphanages and places they wouldn't really hear the message. And now it's going to be streaming on Amazon. What does all of that mean to you?
I think that means that our board of directors are working extremely hard, and it's a bit out of my scope, but it's a lovely mission log line, and I hope that we accomplish that. So it's a very heartwarming task, and we'll see. I mean, we've been streaming on Amazon. I think the past two seasons we've been there regularly, but to see Amazon take a stronger position and be more supportive of the project, that I don't know the immense details, but hopefully that'll help us reach that goal. But past that, I just work here. I'm purely in the mailroom at best. I can't control or challenge that, so I'm just along for the ride, really.
Yeah. Playing Judas, have you received any intense reactions from audiences or people that have come up to you?
More just more like lukewarm, but reactions of the people with their own personal perspectives. Honestly, I think the best part about playing Judas is it's really kind of a litmus test to the kind of Christian you're dealing with. Because if there's anybody who comes up to me and either hits me with like a dry, tasteless joke or tries to make me feel bad for playing the character, I realize, oh, that's less about me and it's more just about them and what they needed to say. Like they took the time out of their day to come up with that, to kind of throw it in my face, and that's it. And then they kind of move on, and I realize, oh, that was just a small moment in my life that really doesn't have to affect me. And so I just move past that and I focus on the people who have kinder or more genuine things to say, who seem either more appreciative or more inquisitive about the role. And those are the people that I enjoy connecting and talking to. And I realize uh, those people genuinely are more kinder and more heartfelt than previously said. So I think whatever interactions I have, that says more about the person than it does about my portrayal or the character I play.
Yeah. Season 5 is kind of bittersweet because we as an audience say goodbye to Judas and you say goodbye to the chosen cast and crew that you guys have become family over the years. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's strange after so many years coming to terms with the fact that not only in the form of a job that this will be over, that I won't have a, especially as an actor, it's a very terrifying realization to realize I will be out of work. I'll have to start from scratch the whole audition reign and constantly fighting to feel proven again with my abilities as a performer to fit into any niche character that someone would be kind enough to let me be a part of. But weirdly enough, I'm not as worried when it comes to the family that I've made because as much as I've missed them over the years, I realize, oh, even when we're not working, we talk to each other and we stay in touch. And the people who I've especially connected with, uh, it's I just see it as an extremely wonderful gift, and how lucky I am to have been able to make such personal and strong connections because I think that will outlast the show. At least for me, the friends and family that I've made here are forever. Like my time on the show will end, but uh, my time with these people, God willing, will be long lasting, and I'm excited to continue that journey outside and off screen.
Yeah. Yeah. For you, what was the hardest part of playing Judas and what memories will you take with you?
I think the hardest part about playing him was just getting out of my own head. There was a lot of uh, there's a lot of things that I learned and experimented with on screen. So it was a great place to test myself, uh, just as a performer. Just how far I can push it, how comfortable I can be in commanding or being present in certain scenes, allowing things to grow or mold past how I previously studied it on the page. It's been an incredible educational journey that I wasn't expecting, but it's been I've been very lucky. It's it's funny because there honestly there's genuinely so many, but I think one of the first that one that's coming to mind right now that I think is very unique that I'd like to bring light to is early season 3. we all kind of came together on this rock on the Sermon of the Mount, like we just started, and we all took a picture together. And I think the video of that or the picture came on my feed recently, and it just reminded me how far we'd come and where this journey started. And I didn't wasn't even there fully for the beginning, but the fact that I got to start early enough uh, with these people really made me appreciate the longevity of the series and the the overall show that we got to tell. So I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm glad that it is ending. I'm glad that it has a good time frame, that it happened, and I was lucky enough to be a part of it. And
Yeah.
I think that's just great.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate, because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.